So I've been toying with the idea of a new video series. And I decided, screw it, you know, I'll just jump right in as I do everything else. And I don't know if it's going to be liked or not, but whatever. But basically, nobody wants to be forgotten. I've got all these life experiences, and sure, this would be a good way to record them. If I were to die tomorrow, you know, the experiences would be less remembered by others and eventually over time completely forgotten. How much of history is lost forever? And I'm not sure why I was thinking about this one particular story, but I figured it's a good one to start with. When I was a teenager, like 13 or 14, me and my father were members of the, at the time, Alton Armed Forces Museum. And we would go and work on mostly World War II era military equipment at the museum. Well, my dad did mainly. And he was pretty good friends with one of the guys that was higher up. So we would take mules and willies and deuce and a halves and everything and go mudding with them on the river. It was awesome. But there was one time in particular, which was my very first time operating anything really. And it was an M60 tank, Vietnam era, I believe. I forget what the engine was. It was some huge diesel, like a V18 or something like that. But the tank had thrown a rod through the block, and the museum had a new engine for it. Well, somebody knew somebody, and they got together with the Army Reserve, and the Army Reserve came out, and they were gonna label it as training and put this new engine in for us. I wasn't there for it, but apparently they had a brand new wrecker, and when they went to lift this engine, they like blew a hydraulic line or something, so they couldn't do it. And my dad being a mechanic, he volunteered to do it. So we go out there one day, just me and him, and we had a 5-ton wrecker from Vietnam. So my dad's in the tank, and I'm operating the boom on this old wrecker, and we got that engine out of there. So that was pretty awesome. Kind of sucks though, because right after that was that incident in San Diego when that guy stole that Abrams tank and went on a demolishing spree and fucked all kinds of shit up. So right after that happened, they came in and like cemented the barrel and pretty much made it inoperable. But in one of my old videos, when I was doing a good sized tulip tree at Matthias, I was saying how pissed I was at the guy operating the skid. And it was because of what my dad told me on that job. And I don't know anything about operating cranes. I need to learn, or operating anything. But what he told me there, I've used ever since, and it has served me incredibly well. And what he said was that no matter who says anything on any kind of job where there's an operator, as an operator, you only listen to one person, and there's only one person that makes any call on any adjustments on any boom or cables or hooks, winches, anything like that. And if anyone else tells you to do anything, you just ignore them. You get multiple inputs, different people telling you what to do and everything, and that's when shit can get out of control and get all fucked up. And I've used that ever since, and it has worked incredibly well for me. You know, one person, that's it. Nobody else makes any decisions. And the reason I was so pissed on that job is that I told him, you don't listen to anybody else other than me, and you don't move until I tell you, or if I tell you, you take direction from me only. And in that video, he was taking direction from someone else even after I had told him that. That's why I was pissed off. So that's a great memory of mine. I'm really fond of that one. My Uncle Dude, he would come out there and kind of hang out with us too. He's an older guy, retired, but he is like a total beach bum. He's actually a retired carpenter, but he's still alive today. I actually saw him yesterday. My Uncle Elmer passed a couple days ago, and the wake was yesterday, so that sucks. My Uncle Elmer was a great man. It was always weird when I was younger. I'd see him and I'd shake his hand. He was younger, he was a press operator, and he got like that much of each finger smashed in the press one time, so he just had stubs for a hand. It was his house. Couple years back, I did a video where I went down to the lake and there was storm damage. Keep going, Stan. I need a good tree fail video.
Fucking right. Trying to help you out, princess.
Hey, get your ass back in the house, woman! Rat problem around here?
Yeah.
They kind of look like dogs, but they're obviously not.
Hey, Lily. Come on,
That was his property. We would always go down there when I was younger for vacation, hang out with the family at the lake house. One time I drove my cousin's jet ski right into a dock, face planted. It was the old kind where you laid down and then you stood up on it, and I was laying down because my balance was horrible and I was a chubby, awkward kid. So I hit it laying down, so I freaking face first right into the handlebars. Another time at the lake, we were all playing on a surfboard in the water. I was probably like 9. There was a bunch of kids on it, and I was like next to it, and all the kids like fell off. So it popped real fast up out of the water. It caught me right in the lip, and my tooth went right through my lip. I thought it was the coolest thing because I could take a drink of soda and have it dribble out everywhere. And my mom wasn't there, so my dad's just like, you'll be all right. And then when we got home, my mom was like, didn't you go take him to get stitches? My dad's like, no. It'll be fine. Put some leaves on it, rub some dirt on it, it'll be good. So I'm gonna miss my Uncle Elmer. He was a good guy. I don't even know why this chain is up on the doll rack. Me just being a chain snob, I guess. When I was in the Navy, I'm not going to admit to anything, and I do feel bad, but I maybe a time or two had a little too much to drink to be driving. Maybe. We were at the bar. My buddy, I had duty the next day, my buddies didn't, so they went home. I went to the boat because it's a lot easier when you're hungover getting up and you're already at where you need to be. So I headed to the boat, and I stopped at this, I don't even remember the name of it, some shithole gas station. It had disgusting fried food on the way back to the base. I'm sure you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about if you were ever stationed at Norfolk. But I stopped and got like some burritos or tequila, I don't even remember what. And I may have been a bit drunk. So I get back on the road and I drop one, and I had a 94 Ford Escort wagon, the Champagne Thunder. Car was a beast. Love that thing. And so I drop one and I reach down to grab it, and right as I come up, I just see myself go right into the rear end of this guy. It's like, oh fuck. And that's why that chain is. So I'm like, shit, airbag went off and everything. There's all this dust from the airbag coughing. It was bad. It wasn't bad accident, but I may have blown over a .08. I pull over, this guy pulls over, we get out. And like the front end of my car bashed in a little bit, the grill was broken, it was all plastic. But the other guy had like an SUV and it wasn't bad at all. And I'm like, oh shit, I am so sorry, man. And then I look at him and he was just as drunk as I was. So we're like, I like reached in my wallet, I gave him like all the cash I had, and I'm like, so we just cool? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, sweet. He just drove off. And then I get to the gate, and I've got this freaking airbag in my lap that's like still smoking. It's so hot. This front end crushed in. And gate guards are like, dude, are you all right, man? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. They're like, okay, go ahead. Man, I lucked out on that one. I hit something pretty hard with this chain. I don't think it's so funny unless you were there, but it's still one of my favorite stories ever. We're getting ready for quarters in the morning, and me and my buddy Hooser are hanging out in the shop, and our buddy Schlender walks in, and he's like still asleep. Or we call him Sheila. Sheila was born with like a lazy eye. They did a bunch of surgeries on it and stuff, and honestly, it's not bad or anything, but sometimes you can be a little self-conscious of it. And so Sheila walks into the shop. We were, I think, in Scotland at the time, and he has this massive black eye. Like somebody just jacked the shit out of him. And I think I was with him when it happened. Him and our other buddy just started beating the crap out of each other when we were walking back to the boat. I don't even remember what the argument was about. But anyway, so he walks in with this massive black eye. And Who's is like, he's like, Josh, what the fuck is wrong with your eye? And he goes, come on, Hooser, man. You know I was born like this. Like, no, you dumbass. You have a massive freaking black eye. He's just like, what? Didn't even know it. But if I die tomorrow, those stories will live forever. Have a good one. All right, one more. Because I feel like anytime I tell a Navy story, I have to include my buddy Dahl in there as well. So we had like the party house. It was me, Dahl, and the other roommate Joey, who was an electrician. Dahl was an engineman. And it was like the party house. And of course, us, you know, being young sailors with nothing to do because Norfolk's a shithole, you get all drunk and, well, first you beat the crap out of each other with boxing gloves on because we like to box.
Oh, shit.
And then whoever passed out first would always get lotion squirted all over their face and pictures taken of them. Well, I wake up one morning and my throat is just like killing me. Like not my throat, but the skin all over my neck. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. And we go to the boat, we go to work, and I ended up having to get like a no shave kit because my skin was just like red and irritated and inflamed. It got worse over a few days. There was like cracks in it. It looked like a desert. Honestly, there were like, it was bad. And thankfully it went away, but we had no freaking clue what the hell had happened. It's like, I don't have any idea. And I was drunk as shit. I don't have any idea. So like a few months go by and it gets completely forgotten about. And I was in Chris's room, doll. We were looking at pictures for some reason. You know, he's just like hitting next, going through a bunch of pictures on his computer. And like one pops up and he hits next like super quick. And I was like, wait a second, go back. He's like, oh, I was like, go back, man. So he goes back and it was from that night. They didn't have any lotion, so they put shampoo on my face and all over my neck and shit. And I had chemical burn from it. Fuck. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you get into in the military. I don't even know. I could have already sharpened all these teeth. I'm so busy rambling, reminiscing about old times. I don't even know what I'm doing. I got doll in there, so that's enough for now. Have a good one, humans.